The Horror of the Red Forest, a Russian folktale with a twist. The small village of Petrovsk lay nestled in the heart of the Russian countryside, surrounded by dense, dark forests. For generations, the villagers had told tales of the Red Forest, a place spoken of in hushed tones and avoided at all costs. The forest was said to be cursed, a place where evil spirits and demons lurked, waiting for unsuspecting travelers to cross their path. Igor, a young man from Petrovsk, had always been fascinated by the stories of the Red Forest. He had grown up listening to the villagers' tales of terror and had always longed to explore the forbidden woods for himself. One day, he decided that he would no longer be held back by fear and set out on a journey to discover the truth about the Red Forest. As he walked deeper into the forest, Igor began to feel an eerie sense of unease. The trees seemed to loom over him, casting long shadows on the ground. The rustling of leaves and the creaking of branches seemed louder than usual, as if the forest was alive and watching him. Despite his growing fear, Igor pushed on, determined to uncover the secrets of the Red Forest. But as he ventured deeper into the woods, he began to notice strange markings on the trees. They were unlike anything he had ever seen before, twisted symbols and strange runes that seemed to be etched into the wood. As he examined the markings more closely, Igor felt an overwhelming sense of dread wash over him. He realized that these were not just mere markings, but ancient curses and spells, placed there to protect the forest from outsiders. He knew he had to turn back before it was too late. But as he tried to retrace his steps, Igor found that he was lost. The forest seemed to have changed around him, and he couldn't find his way back to the village. As he stumbled through the woods, he heard the sound of something following him, always just out of sight. Igor's fear turned to panic as he realized that he was not alone in the Red Forest. He could feel the presence of something dark and malevolent, stalking him through the trees. He could hear the sound of footsteps behind him, growing closer and closer. With nowhere else to turn, Igor fled deeper into the forest, hoping to find a way out. But as he ran, he heard a voice calling to him, a voice that whispered his name. Igor stopped in his tracks, his heart pounding in his chest. He knew that he should run, but something compelled him to turn around and face the voice. As he looked into the darkness, Igor saw a figure emerging from the shadows. It was unlike anything he had ever seen before, a twisted, demonic creature with glowing red eyes. Igor tried to run, but the creature was too fast. It lunged at him, its claws reaching for his throat. Igor screamed in terror as he felt the creature's cold grip on his neck. But just as the creature was about to strike, Igor woke up, realizing it was all a nightmare. He was still in his bed, in his small village of Petrovsk, and the forest was still the same as it was yesterday. He knew he would never be able to explore the Red Forest again. The villagers were right, it was cursed and it was best to stay away from it. He had learned his lesson, and he knew he would never be tempted to explore the Red Forest again. From that day on, Igor never spoke of his nightmare again. But the villagers could tell from the haunted look. The end. Thanks for watching another episode of Frightening Fiction. If you enjoyed the chills and thrills, make sure to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a scary story. Until next time, keep it frightening.